What's up, internet and the whole world? Whoever's watching, happy Autism Awareness Month 2026. I'm Deanna Jean Pierce, and this is my Autistic Integrity account. And in this video, I want to talk about something that I just found out this morning. So this morning, I was scrolling through Instagram, and I was looking at autistic influencers that I follow on my Autistic Integrity account, and I learned something new. I saw this woman talking about how the color red is the color that is actually used to represent autism currently on the planet. Red is the color of autism currently on the planet, and it used to be blue, but it changed in 2015 to red. This is an AI overview on Google. It says the color red in the autism community represents #red instead, a movement advocating for acceptance over awareness, countering the traditional blue fix-it narrative. So the reason I think that's so amazing is because my biological brother, who committed suicide when I was 16 and he was 24, his nickname was Red. That was his nickname his whole life. It was Red. That's the name he went by. That was the name he wanted everyone to call him, was Red. And he had red hair, just like I have red hair. And he had a red car, which he actually gave to me when he passed away. It was my first car I ever had, was his red car. And it was just his favorite color. He also loved Coca-Cola, and the logo for Coca-Cola and the red in that logo. And I talked about this in the free red color film on my The Faith That Grows YouTube channel. But I want to talk about it again because, so his nickname was Red. And so I learned about my own autism in the fall of 2022. And God used a lot of different ways to communicate to me that I was autistic. But the one thing, the one sign, you could say, or communication from God that sealed the deal was a pink balloon flying across the vision through my windshield when I was driving. That was the final thing. And I was like, oh yeah, definitely it's autism. There had been all the other ways God was subtly communicating it to me, and then the pink balloon was the final thing. And I want to continue sharing that story more and more so people understand what I mean by that. But that pink balloon was how God was yep, you have Asperger's. When Dan and I moved to Madison, Dan moved to Madison first, and then I moved in with him about 2 years ago. I was already aware of my own autism, but I was thinking about my brother a lot, Taya, who committed suicide. And one afternoon, I was sitting in bed thinking about my brother, and then I looked towards the window, and a red balloon went by the window. And it was God's way of saying Taya had autism, which I had kind of suspected, but it was just the final sign. And so what God is revealing to me is that one of the many, there is a lot of contributing factors to my brother's suicide, but what God is alerting to me is alerting me to is that a big part of one of the biggest contributing causes to his choice and struggles was due to autism. He was autistic and didn't know it. And so the fact that his nickname was Red and he loved red, and I just learned this morning that the autism community actually chose red to represent autism, is mind-blowing to me. I love how God always takes you deeper. And so I think this video is about that, and then also about, well, actually they said like red and gold. I think, hold on. Yes, red and gold are colors representing autism acceptance, pride, and advocacy. This is an AI overview again. Red symbolizes energy, love, and the red instead movement for acceptance. Gold represents the value, unique talents, and neurodiversity of autistic individuals, often symbolized by the chemical symbol AU. I just think this is so cool. And I love the continued process of deeper and deeper awarenesses coming to the surface. And so happy Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month. If you feel like repping red, go for it. Obviously, it's not a necessary part of being autistic or celebrating autism awareness, but I think it's really cool. And just know that if you're autistic and suicidal, you're not alone. And claim and seek all of the support you can. It's worth it to stay on the planet, because help is on the way, even if it doesn't look like it. So happy Autism Awareness Month. Go red. And yeah, keep sharing your insights, everybody.